in the beginning, you used the word you're now working more with publishers. Could we talk a little bit more about that? What are your views from your perspective on how the library and the publishing communities can work together in a more useful and productive manner?
Yeah, so the RMAP project in particular has given me more of an opportunity to work with them because IEEE was a partner, Portico was a partner. So we started getting a lot of access to publishers, of course, through both of them. That's in many ways, though, a culmination of, again, a longer term trajectory. So some years ago, almost a decade ago at this point, that a colleague and I conducted a study of open source publishing systems. And that was not dealing with the publishers, but it was our first dipping of the toes in the water of what does it mean to publish something. And we made the recommendation that we actually thought Open Journal System would be the one that had sort of the longest term life, and I think that's come to bear. Mm-hmm. So that was my first kind of interaction with publishing, and more recently I've started, as I said, to work with publishers. I've gone to AAUP, the American Association of University Presses meeting, the Society for Scholarly Publishing meeting, to do presentations around RMAP and so on. And a couple of, I guess, key observations maybe, or points. When I was a student at Hopkins, I didn't know a lot of what happened in the library behind the scenes. As a consumer of the library, I had a certain view and a certain lens, which was incomplete. And now that I've worked here for some years, I have a much more complete and holistic and rich view of how libraries work. I sometimes worry that libraries don't have that rich, complete view of publishers. We are consumers of their outputs, but we don't know fully what happens behind the scenes. How many people are involved, how many different roles are involved, how many different workflows are involved. If you go back to that people, processes, and products and the workflows that connect them that I'd mentioned early on, mm-hmm. Publishers have an entire set of people, products, and processes and workflows working behind the scenes that most people don't get to see or don't get to interact with unless you work for a publisher. And this is just one person's purely anecdotal observation, of course, but I go to library meetings, and again, because we purchase many things from publishers, they are at our meetings. They come to the ALAs, the ACRLs, the ARL meetings, and so on. And that's a great opportunity to see what's going on behind the scenes in libraries and so on. I go to the publisher meetings, and I don't see a lot of my colleagues. Yeah. And there could be lots of reasons for that, but the moment it dawned on me was the reception at one of, I think it was AAUP maybe, or one of these meetings, where I thought, wow, I don't really know anybody in here. And I think that's unfortunate. I think it's a missed opportunity. So I hope that my colleagues in the library community will take more of a chance and an opportunity to go to those publishers' meetings and understand that there may be some things behind the scenes we don't know. But I think once we get a better sense of how each other's organizations have that entire behind the scenes capacity and infrastructure, then that's when we can start to have more meaningful, fruitful conversations about working together.